bringing to the stage Reverend Dr. Stephanie Wilkins.
Hello. Grief does not gently knock on your door and ask if it can come in. Grief will knock that door down. Come in, take a seat, take up space, and dare you to do something about it. Kind of like a wrestling match. I've never wrestled, but I've seen it. It's unruly. You're going every which way you think that you know in what direction you're going. And it's a wrestling match you didn't even ask for. By a show of hands, how many of you ever loved someone or been loved by someone? Raise your hand up high. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep it up. If you've been in love with someone and someone was in love with you, oh, great, wonderful. Now, keep it up if you've ever lost someone that you love. I see you. I see you. Thank you. You can put your hands down. That's why we're here today. We're here because grief is that thing that can make you feel like you don't want to go on, like you can't go on, like all is lost. But I am here today to share that it is possible. Won't be easy, but it is possible to go on and to live and to breathe deeply and to have joy. Now, here in 3rd Ward, historic 3rd Ward, I was born and raised. And I've had some wonderful experiences in my life, growing up with my parents, with family, getting married, having children. Some of the best times of my life have happened right here in this city, in my community. But I've also had some challenges. I've also had some things that were life-altering. My parents divorcing when I was 10. Finding out my first husband was drug addicted. Leaving me to figure out life with me and my baby boy. And we did that for a while. And then something happened that changed everything. On January 17th, 1990, I woke up to discover that my son, Jordan, my little mini-me, had gone on. He had died in his sleep at the age of 4 1/2. Now, I might not look like it today, thank you, makeup glam squad, but I am what I call a seasoned saint, okay? Because I'm never going to put old by my name. All right, but I've lived through some things. I have lived through being a caregiver for my parents before they transitioned, and most recently, my husband of 25 years transitioned. Now that, in and of itself, could make you believe that life is not worth living, is not worth going on. But I'm telling you the contrary is true. You've got to keep living. You've got to keep going on. Life will deal you some blows. Life and people will say things to you like, it was God's will. Everything happens for a reason. It is something that might be true, but that doesn't make that grief hurt any less. Just makes you feel isolated. Well, I am a person of faith. So I lamented. I cried out. And I am so glad to say that I now have an understanding of the losses. There are lessons in those losses. My son Jordan, 4.5, and in those 4.5 years, he was a bridge. He was a healer. He was light. Because as fractured as my family was, because we loved him so much, it gave us the foundation for us to have forgiveness one for the other and for us to come back together as a family. That's what he did. Honor thy mother and thy father, that thy days be long on this earth. I was the caregiver for my parents, and I was honored to be that because they loved me like a fat kid loved cake. There was nothing I could ask of my mother and father they did not try to do. So it was my honor to take care of them before they transitioned. They taught me lessons of integrity. Let your yes be yes, let your no be no. I thank them for that. I miss them every day, but their lessons still teach. And my wonderful husband, oh my God, he loved me unconditionally. I know I'm not rap tight. I know that. There were some days I didn't think he was wrapped too tight. But we were not perfect, but we were perfect for each other. He taught unconditional love, and those lessons still teach. You may be hurting, grieving. I'm not going to tell you not to feel it, but don't let it be your final destination. Because grief is the price you pay for loving someone. Let it be part of the journey. If you are still here, there is life to be lived. Joy is possible. I didn't say it was easy, but I did say it was possible. So, I want to share some things that I have learned. Here are 3. So say it with me. Voice it. Share it. Purpose it. So the voicing it. You know, people always want to tell you, now you got to be strong. You know, you just got to be strong. Don't let being strong mean being silent. That's not what being strong is. You do whatever you need to do to make it through. You sing a song. You pray a prayer. Write in your journal. Cry. I cried so much, I done cried off makeup. I done cried off false eyelashes. I've cried off everything. You have to do what you have to do to continue to move forward. Their love demands it. Share it. I know that grief can make you want to just roll up in a ball and call it quits. I do understand. But healing comes in community. Let them come and love on you. Let them sit there in silence with you. They don't care about your house. It can be a mess. Your hair can be standing up on top of your head. They're not worried about your house or your hair. They're worried about your heart. Purpose it. I know pain can just take your breath away, but I have found, and I got to share it, pain can drive you to your purpose. Because I love them so, I don't want it to ever go silent. So, if it is a scholarship fund in their name, if it is a gala, if it is the releasing of balloons, if it's lighting a candle in their memory, if it's having a seat of honor every time you have an event, you do the thing that helps their legacy to continue to move forward. So, I don't want your grief, my grief, to be the last chapter that you ever write in your life's book. Don't let it be that you end it with sadness, depression, and despair. if you are here, you have work to do. Find your purpose. Your next chapter could actually be your greatest chapter. Your loved ones are cheering you on. They're with you every day. That is all that life is asking of us, is to keep going. Thank you.
That was Reverend Dr. Stephanie Wilkins.